It has begun. Do not think. No. Right now, as you listen to this voice, the clock is already ticking. The final signal from the universe has been sent, and it is addressed personally to you. October 27th is not just a date on the calendar. It is a coordinate in space and time, a point of singularity where your life, as you knew it, is ending. Tune in, not to the words, but to the vibration beneath them. This is not a prediction. It is an energetic transmission, an activation code your subconscious has been waiting for eons. Your entire life, every mistake, every victory, every tear, and every breath has led you to this exact moment. The air around you has already changed. Can you feel it? It's become dense, heavy, humming like the air charged with ozone before a storm. This is because the fabric of reality has thinned. The veil between worlds has become transparent. The portal of destiny's reboot is not a metaphor. It is a real, physical, and energetic process already underway in every cell of your body. Do not try to understand this with your mind. The mind is a tool of the old world. Just breathe and listen. Your soul recognizes this voice. You are not sick. I repeat, your body is fine. That strange, leaden, cellular fatigue that washes over you for no reason is not burnout. It is your body shedding gigabytes of old, heavy energies, like a snake shedding its old skin. The fog in your head, the feeling that you are looking at the world through a thin veil, is not absent-mindedness. It's the old, linear mind disconnecting from power, giving way to quantum consciousness, which does not think, but knows. That subtle vibration in your body, in your hands or feet, especially at night, is not nervous tension. It is your internal frequency tuning to the Earth's new carrier wave, like a radio searching for a clear signal. The tingling in your palms, the sudden warmth in the center of your chest, these are your creation centers, your chakras, waking from hibernation. And that sudden chill, followed by a wave of heat, that isn't a cold. It is your energy body in an accelerated mode, burning off tons of karmic debris, old contracts, old resentments. The quiet, high-pitched, almost inaudible hum in your ears is the sound of your personal tuning fork, adjusting to the key of C in the new reality. This is not illness. These are the symptoms of the great shift. Your body is remembering its original divine blueprint. Your emotions are not chaos. They are a compass. That baseless, bone-chilling anxiety that rolls in from nowhere is not your anxiety. You, like a sensitive barometer, are picking up the collective fear of the old world as it agonizes, as it knows its time has expired. And then, an hour later, a sudden, crystal-clear, almost childlike optimism, a feeling that anything is possible. This is not self-deception. These are glimpses, photons of light from the new reality you have already stepped into with one foot. The tears that come for no visible reason when you listen to music or look at the clouds are not weakness. It is your body using the most ancient method of cleansing, water, to flush accumulated generational pain from your system. That feeling that something enormous, something inevitable is coming, making your heart stop, that is your intuition screaming the truth. Even the sudden, irrational flashes of anger are not a breakdown. It is your system, with a deafening roar, deleting corrupted files of helplessness and victimhood. The portal on October 27th, amplified by the gravity of lunar cycles, is working like a giant magnet, pulling everything from the darkest depths of your subconscious that must be seen, felt, and released forever. To understand what is happening, forget everything you knew. Imagine your consciousness is not just your brain. It is a living, intelligent, luminous, crystalline network that permeates your entire body. Every node in this network is a point of power. Every beam between the nodes is a thought, a feeling, a piece of knowledge. But for most, this network is dormant, covered in the dust of trauma, its light dim, and many nodes are inactive. It runs on an old, carbon-based foundation, dense and slow. The Destiny Reset portal on October 27th is not just an astrological event. It is a directed, coherent, photonic beam of galactic light that will strike the very center of your crystalline network. This is the awakening of the crystalline consciousness network. This light carries new codes, new programs. It doesn't just clean the old network. It begins an alchemical transformation, replacing the carbon base with a crystalline silicon base. This is a return to your true factory settings from the Creator. It is a complete reset of the matrix of pain, fear, and limitation recorded in your cellular memory. It is a quantum leap from one operating system to another. It is happening right now. Not sooner, not later. Why? Because a critical mass has been reached. Your soul, having traveled an immense journey, has accumulated enough light and experience to withstand this transformation. The planet Earth itself, its own crystalline grid, has reached the frequency that makes this awakening possible. You are ready. You have suffered enough. You have searched enough. The energy arriving on October 27th is radically different from all past waves. It is not a soft, lulling flow. It is a fiery, surgically precise, resonant cascade. Imagine not a wave, but a laser beam cutting away everything false, everything artificial, everything non-viable in your life. This is not an invitation to change. It is an unavoidable evolutionary leap. The old system can no longer exist on the new frequencies. It is collapsing. The awakening of your crystalline network is not a choice. It is your destiny knocking at the door. And that knock is getting louder with every hour. It is the scalpel of light, severing you from the collective dream. Are you looking for proof? Stop looking. Start noticing. The signs are no longer whispers. They are screams from the universe. And these aren't just trivial tech glitches or stopped clocks. Look deeper. Have you noticed how the light has changed? The sky has a new watercolor depth, and the shadows on the ground have become velvety, alive, as if they have their own consciousness. Listen to the silence. It is no longer empty. It sounds, it is filled with information, it is vibrating with anticipation. Taste ordinary water. Many of you will feel that it has changed, as if it's more structured, more alive. This is not a fantasy. This is your sensory system, part of your crystalline network, becoming more sensitive. And the synchronicity in conversations? When you merely think of something and another person says it, that is not a coincidence. That is your awakening network momentarily entering into direct resonance with another network, creating a unified field of knowing. These are the glitches in the old matrix, proving that a new operating system is already being loaded over it. Proof is not just external, the main event is happening within. Pay attention to your body. Your tastes are changing radically. You are drawn with an irresistible force to clean, vibrant, living food, fruits, vegetables, pure water. At the same time, your body is beginning to physically reject low vibrations. Alcohol, sugar, heavy foods no longer cause just discomfort. They feel like poison, a system error. Your system no longer accepts this corrupted code. Your intuition is sharpening to the level of a superpower. It is no longer a quiet hunch. It is direct, clear, unmistakable knowledge. You just know where to go. You just know what to say. You just know the answer before the question is even asked. Your inner compass, the needle of your soul, no longer wavers. It points directly north to your true destiny. And your dreams, they have become vivid, tangible, instructional. New informational archives are being unzipped in your sleep. Your nervous system, your neural pathways, are being calibrated and trained for life in a new reality, where your capabilities are limitless. Look at your relationships. This is the clearest litmus test of what is happening. People from the past, those to whom you were bound by karmic knots of suffering and duty, are beginning to leave your life. Quietly, without drama, without scandals. As if the river of your life is changing its course, and they are simply left on the other bank. You can no longer wear masks, and you cannot tolerate them on others. Lies are becoming physically unbearable. You begin to feel them as a coldness, as a dissonance in the space, like an unpleasant, subtle smell. Your awakened crystalline network instantly recognizes the frequency distortion, and your entire being contracts from it. This isn't judgment, it's a biological reaction. Your system seeks pure resonance. It seeks authenticity. You no longer attract people who want to fill their emptiness at your expense. Your system automatically deletes incompatible files and searches for those whose light resonates with yours. This is the end of the era of loneliness and the beginning of the era of deep, true connection. Now, for what your mind considers most important. Money. Abundance. Understand one simple thing. All programs of poverty, deficit, lack, and survival are not your reality. They are a virus code, written onto the hard drive of your subconscious by generations of your ancestors. They are deep cracks in your crystalline network through which your divine creative energy leaks. The photonic stream activating on October 27th is the most powerful antivirus in the universe. It doesn't just heal. It burns these programs to the ground. It formats your financial thinking. The awakening of the crystalline network completely changes your polarity. You stop being the one who chases money and remember that you are the source. You are the generator of reality. You are the central crystal that radiates value. Abundance ceases to be a goal and becomes your natural state. The flow will open from the most unexpected places because you are no longer blocking it with your old, destructive programs. And of course, love, the greatest energy of all. Your heart is not just an organ. It is the central, most powerful node in your crystalline network. All past hurts, betrayals, all the pain, these are chips, scratches, and smudges on the surface of this heart crystal. They distort the light you radiate and the light you are able to receive. That is why you attracted distorted relationships, again and again. The portal's energy is a cosmic laser operation on the heart. With surgical precision, it heals and polishes every facet of your heart crystal, returning it to its pristine radiance. All toxic, karmic connections that held you on a hook fall away. All the etheric cords that drained your energy to people from the past are severed. And then, from this state of wholeness, you begin to radiate a pure, clear, powerful signal. You no longer seek a half because you yourself have become whole. And you attract not a savior or a victim, but an equally whole, radiant being. This is not a dance of dependence. It is the dance of two free, sovereign universes. What does this give you in the end? What is this new state like? The greatest gift is silence. That background, exhausting anxiety, that constant mental noise that has been with you your entire life, which you considered normal, it will simply disappear. As if you lived your whole life next to a noisy highway and suddenly found yourself in the center of a quiet, blooming garden. In its place will come a deep, ringing, diamond silence. And this is not the silence of emptiness. It is the silence of absolute fullness and presence. From this silence, crystal clarity is born. You will no longer agonize over choices, doubt, or analyze. You will simply know. Your life will transform from a chaotic set of events into a perfectly directed flow. And finally, your true power will awaken, the power of the Creator. The creative energy that used to be spent on struggle and survival will now be entirely at your disposal. This is your new operating state. As if the windows in a house that were sealed shut for decades were suddenly thrown wide open, letting in sunlight, fresh air, and the singing of birds. But there is a cost, and you must know it. Before the new operating system can be installed, the old one must be completely deleted. And this process is not always pleasant. It is a purification by fire. It is necessary. The high-frequency light of the portal, entering your system, will begin to push all the darkness you have hidden so carefully, even from yourself, to the surface. All the suppressed pain, all the fears, all the rage. It's like the fever before a complete healing. The body must burn the virus to recover. Your consciousness must burn the lies to become free. You cannot build a new, shining temple on a rotten, swampy foundation. The foundation must be scorched clean. Therefore, in the days leading up to and following October 27th, be prepared to meet your demons. Do not fear them. Bless them. They have not come to destroy you, but to be healed by your light and leave forever. This purification process is your final exam. The shadow will rise not only from within. The external world will provoke you as never before. People in your life, especially those who are used to feeding on your old, low energy, will subconsciously begin to test you. They will push all your pain buttons, devalue your experience, and try to pull you into old dramas and conflicts. This is the last, desperate cry of the old matrix, trying to keep you in its grip. Your ego, your inner controller, will scream in panic because it senses its own death. It will feed you thoughts of fear, of doubt, that you are losing your mind. The main question of this exam is, will you maintain the state of the observer? Can you watch all this drama, internal and external, as if it were a movie, without getting involved? Can you hold your center, your light, when the storm rages all around you? This is the deep cleaning before the installation of the new divine program. So, what should you do at the peak moment on October 27th? The answer is laughably simple. Nothing. Your task is not to do, but to be. Become the total, loving, detached observer. Imagine you are sitting on a high riverbank, watching the turbulent river of your life carry all the debris downstream. Old beliefs, fears, memories. You do not jump into this river. You do not try to save this debris. You just watch it float away. Be in silence as much as possible. Turn off the external noise, news, social media, empty conversations. Your system needs silence to hear and integrate the new codes. Drink plenty of clean, living water. Water is a liquid crystal. It is the perfect conductor for the light codes entering your body. And most importantly, trust the process completely. Even if it hurts, even if it is scary. Breathe through it. Know that you are being guided by a higher wisdom. Your only job is to not interfere with your own transformation. And there are things you absolutely, categorically must not do during these days. First, do not enter into conflict. Any argument, any fight, any judgment is a voluntary connection to the old, agonizing matrix. It is an immediate rollback to the old version of yourself. It's like canceling the installation of a new program at 99%. You are just draining precious activation energy into the black hole of the old world. Second, do not try to analyze what is happening with your mind. Your old linear processor cannot understand a quantum process. By trying to analyze it, it will cause a system error, panic. The mind must become the servant, not the master. And third, do not cling to the old. Not to people, not to habits, not to beliefs. If something is leaving, let it go with gratitude. Your hand must be completely empty to receive the greatest gifts the universe has prepared for you. You cannot pour new wine into old wineskins. And when the storm subsides, when the last program has been deleted and the new one activated, silence will fall. A deep, velvet, all-encompassing silence, the likes of which you have never known. You will take your first breath in your new reality, and your lungs will fill not just with air, but with the energy of pure being. You will feel an incredible lightness in your body, as if you have shed an invisible lead suit. The clarity in your mind will be so sharp, you can see the essence of things, the essence of people, the essence of your own soul. The awakening of your crystalline consciousness network will be complete. The new operating system of light, fully activated. This is the state where your soul, your mind, and your body work in perfect synchronization, like a flawlessly tuned orchestra, playing the music of your true destiny. There is no more struggle. There is only flow. There is only creation. There is only love. Welcome home. To your true reality. You are the creator. You are.